What is going on, guys? Welcome to your third HTML5 tutorial, and in this lesson I'm going to be talking to you guys about the different parts of the body. Now, way back when, people used to lay out websites using something called tables. Now, this allowed you to kind of arrange stuff in columns and have all your logos on the top, and it kind of gave you a decent layout, but it wasn't great. And then, a little bit later on, people found out about divs. Now, divs gave you more control over your layout, but with tables and divs, neither layout was great, but it kind of got the job done. However, whenever you use HTML5, not only can you organize your layout a whole lot better, but you can also identify the different parts of the body. So if you use the table, pretty much everything was in a cell, and your browser didn't really know which part was supposed to be your header, your footer, your navigation. But with HTML5, this is kind of laid out in the same way. And the developers of HTML5 kind of noticed this, and they said, okay, we might want to break this up a little bit smarter than we have before. So what they did is they made tags for each of these pieces. Now your browser can know which each part of your website is for. So let's go ahead and work in the body in this tutorial. And here's a nice little trick too. I'm telling you guys all sorts of tricks. If you want to collapse something, for example, I don't need this head because I'm not working in it in this tutorial. Just go ahead and hit this little minus sign and it'll collapse it. So there you go. It's still there. It doesn't delete it. It just collapses it. So there you go. There's some more tips. So anyways, in your body, the first thing we want is the header. Now remember, the header, don't get it confused with the head, what we just collapsed. The header is basically the part of your... So in order to do this, let me go ahead and indent this actually. We just go ahead and type header and have an ending tag like that. And since I don't have an image, I really don't want to add an image right now. What can I put in here? I guess I can just put a little description. So heading 1, that might be kind of big, but oh well. I'll put welcome to the new Boston, and I guess I might as well capitalize this since it is the title. Welcome to the new Boston. So now if we go ahead and save this, run, launching Google Chrome, we can see that we now have a title, and this, whenever we're reading this in a browser, our browser is going to know that whatever is in between your header tags, that is the header of your website. So aside from that, we also, let's see, let me think of the order I want to do this. I guess I'll tell you guys about the navigation next. Now the navigation, if we look, it's all of these links right here, short for navigation. So since we don't have all those images and rollovers, we can just make an unordered list, UL, and throw a couple list items in there. And I'll make a couple fake links. I actually won't make any links, I'll just put some text in there. Copy this bad boy. I don't know why I do that. Whenever I'm copying something, I right click it and hit copy, and whenever I'm pasting it, I hit the shortcut Control V. Pretty weird, but I do it anyways. Okay, home and tutorials, and I'll make a fake link to my podcast. So anyways, the key that I want to take away from this tutorial, or excuse me, this little piece of information is whenever you have your main navigation in HTML5, put it in between these nav tags, right like that. Now, I guess the last tag I'm going to talk to you guys about is, I don't know how much time I'm going to have left, but the main content, that goes in between a tag called section. Now, it doesn't always go in between this tag, but for the sake of this tutorial, to keep things simple, we're going to be adding all the important stuff in between section. Now, we're actually going to be spending a lot of time in there, so I guess we'll do that in the next tutorial. I'm going to try to cover all these basic tags first. Now, the sidebar I was talking, it's useful information. What we do is we put it in a sidebar, and we name that aside. And you can actually have a couple of these, but we'll just stick with one for now. And let me just put like a little header. So header 4, and what am I gonna say? I'll make this like a news story. So I'll say news, and then I'll put like Bucky has a new dog. I really don't have a new dog, but if I did, I would definitely put it on my website, so you know, I think it suits it well. And the last part, before I forget, is the footer. Now, if you have a really big website, there are the terms of services, you know, what you can't do, what's illegal and stuff. So we use that, and we put it in the tag footer. how appropriately named, footer. Now everything in here, again, like I said, is like your company information, copyright. So I'll make a fake copyright. Copyright New Boston. And what year is it? 2011. So with that, you have your very basic structure of a very simple website. You have your header, which is your title and logos, your main navigation bar that usually appears at the top, your main content, your sidebar, and your footer. So now these are custom HTML5 tags, and now our browser knows that anything in the footer is exactly footer information, and it's not just in a random table or a random div tag. It actually is aware of the content now. So if we go ahead and save this and run launching Chrome, you can see that, okay, what's going on here? Here's my header at the top, and my navigation looks like it's in the right place, but like this, isn't that supposed to be on the side? I think you told me that was the side. Well, actually, aside, these tags, they only describe the information or the content. They only are saying, okay, browser, this is side information, or in other words, not as important information as the main stuff. It doesn't position it. We're going to be working with positioning and styling later on. But anyways, what I want to point out is these tags right here, they're pretty much used to only describe the information in it, and we're going to be using CSS to style and lay out everything nice and pretty later on, but that's in a couple tutorials. For now, just get your basic tags set, and I'm going to be showing you all the cool stuff later on. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.